We've done a few book reviews on the Kathmandu Valley and Nepal, and the reason for that is because there's just so much Nepalese art scattered around the world in museums and private collections, and also Tibet and Bhutan, India, and of course Nepal itself in Kathmandu Valley. Now, one reason that we've done a number of different books is because there's really not that many books about the pilgrimage sites, the art and architecture of the Kathmandu Valley. Now, of course, we haven't done all of them. We've not done some just specifically Nepali art, such as published by Dr. Pratap Pal, but we'll get to those later. Right now, what we're focusing on is site locations and architecture and art that relates to those specific locations, and architectural sites that relate to Tibetan lineages and lineages of practice, such as Kala Chakra, Vajra Bhairava, He Vajra, Chakrasambhara, Vajrayogini. So we've looked at a number of books, and Keith Dowman has been one of the main authors for a number of these, and that's what we're going to talk about now, is a publication that came out in, I believe, 2020, Vajra Publications out of Kathmandu. It's called Nepal Mandal. Mandal here is the mandala of Nepal, but specifically it means the Kathmandu Valley. So the title is Nepal Mandal, A Pilgrim's Guide to the Kathmandu Valley by Keith Dowman. And this is a bit of a thick book. It's a couple of inches or more. And it's a little bit overwhelming. It has more than 15, 16 sections. And I'm only going to show you a few here, just the beginning ones, because it really is massive. It's like a life's work, a life study. It's really the best I have found for dealing with all of the sites from a Newar Buddhist point of view, from a Hindu point of view, from a Tamang point of view, from a Buddhist point of view, from a Tibetan point of view. It's going into all different aspects of these locations based on these different religious groups and different ethnic groups. So, just for the sake of auspiciousness, I must believe the first section is on Ganesh, Lord of Obstacles, and then he goes through a number of the important sites, if not all of them. The second section is on stupas and chaityas, Buddhist architectural sites. The third is on bahas and bahis, and this is a little bit more nuanced in terms of subject, but there's a lot of locations. The fourth is Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The fifth is deities, so that's Chandra, Maharoshana, Chakrasambhara, He Vajra, Vajrayogini. Then he deals with just the special Vajrayogini sites in section 6. And section 7, he deals with Guru, Rinpoche, Padmasambhava, and what are the sites associated with him. So this is completely coming from a Tibetan point of view. And it deals with Yanglishu, Sangku, Swayambhu, and of course, Bodhanath. And I found the Bodhanath chapter in this publication was tremendously informative. He goes into many, many different aspects that I have never read elsewhere. Some of these things I have heard, sure, through oral discussion with elders and with older Tibetan Buddhist teachers in Kathmandu. But the Bauda section and the Swayambhu section, some of these, and then the caves of Ralotsawa, and some of these are really, really detailed, but he also goes into it from a Newar point of view, from a Hindu point of view, from a Tibetan point of view, from a Buddhist point of view, and from a Tantrika point of view. So this book is really, I have to say that this is a must-have. You cannot study anything about the Kathmandu Valley and the pilgrimage sites and the religious sites and the histories of it without referencing Keith Dowman's Nepal Mandala, the most quintessential book on the Kathmandu Valley that I think exists today. So we'll leave it there. You can subscribe, you can press like, you can join Har on Patreon, and you can make a donation on the homepage of Himalayan Art Resources.